If we take a look at some of the neighboring countries, they have been able to be competitive. And that would be in the context of being able to provide fiscal incentives and even non-fiscal, incentives. And that's something that I think the government is mulling over. Hopefully, there will be light at the end of the tunnel soon.
A relatively popular way to attract companies to a country is tax breaks. Can we expect to see those in Indonesia?
That has been in dialogues for quite a while. I mean, last 2 to 3 years. But I think there is more sensitivity now towards trying to get that thing done. And I'm quite positive that, if we are to continue pursuing the discussion, I think something will come out.
Perhaps one of the key reasons why companies like to come to Indonesia to try to sell, but not necessarily to produce, is the infrastructure challenge, the bottlenecks at the ports, on the roads, and so on. Is that somewhere you're going to be directing a lot of investment?
Yes, well, surely the infrastructure and also food and energy security. But with respect to infrastructure, I think there are certain things that we need to be doing to help, promote the investment climate for purposes of investments into the infrastructure. I think land laws would be one of them. The other one, clarity with respect to, anyone's ability to clear the land before they build toll roads. And when it comes to power generation capabilities, I think one needs to take a look at how the financing scheme ought to be arranged, and also the commercial viability of it from the perspective of the tariff and all that. I think the government is sensitive to some of the areas that need to be reworked. I think I'm quite positive that in the near future we would be able to rework some of those.
Another issue is distinguishing between hot money and long-term investment. Indonesia had one of the best performing stock markets in the world last year, but would the government consider taxing hot money to keep it in the country?
Well, I would not, quickly be presumptuous of hot money existing in Indonesia. I think let's not forget there's a trickle, effect from a large part of this stimulus package that's being done or undertaken by a lot of governments, in the developed markets, and I think we have been beneficiary of that. At the same time, I think our economic wheels have been, doing what they were supposed to do in terms of promoting growth and all that. I would not go as far as considering taxing any of this, to which I think it would be too fast for me to be presumptuous.
So in summary, how much investment do you expect Indonesia to attract this year?
Well, yeah, we would like to achieve higher numbers. That's the target. Now, how much higher we can achieve? I think realistically between 10 to 15%, growth from last year's numbers.